everyone, welcome back to my channel. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start where I stopped. As you can see, it's a little different from the last video because I forgot to put down my bill stickers. So everything has been paid. I'm just going to fill in the amount that was due and check off that it was paid. Okay, so for Chase got $561. And for Chase, you know, it is a revolving bill for me because I do use my Chase card to pay off whatever anything is due comes automatically off my Chase. So that's always gonna, in a way, have a balance because it's always going to be the one card that I use to pay off any revolving subscriptions I might have. But in the end of the month, I am able to pay off the balance because I'm just pulling from my envelopes. Okay, so with Capital One, aka Walmart, it got $100. And for the most part, everything was paid on the 1st, even though I put it on the actual day that it's due in my my planner. Okay, so for storage was $117 this month. I don't know why it fluctuates between $117 and $118. But it doesn't too much bother me though. So city, I paid $41 too, which is the minimum balance. If you don't know, opened the city card because it did have a no interest for 18 months on balance transfers, and I needed to transfer the balance from my Mission Lane, which was at like 30% interest rate, over to the card that has no interest rate for 18 months. So I plan on paying that balance off hopefully before the 18 months ends. Okay, so PNC got $182. Target got $100. Target and Walmart are another two cards that I want to get paid off because the interest rate is also high on those cards as well. And $100 is the minimum balance. Due a month. So you can only imagine how much interest they are taking from that 100. Okay, streaming now. I'm gonna leave blank. I believe it did take out for Disney Plus and Hulu, but it did not take out for my Star subscription. So once it does that, I'm going to total all three of them up, and then that'll be the amount that I'm going to put in for streaming now. Car note is $347. Apple got $160, and I paid it for the month. And internet did not come out yet. ComEd didn't come out yet as well. Okay, so Amazon comes out on the 23rd. And that's here. Amazon has already been paid. I'm gonna move it over some as far as I can. Oop, throw on my pen. Okay, and it's getting $217, which I paid. Okay, moving into my day-to-day for March the 1st, I picked up my girls from my mother's house, their grandma, because they were with them for about a week and a half because both the littles were out sick. So I picked up littles. and their teacher started to ask about them, like, are they doing okay? What's going on? Okay, and then for 3-2, I worked overtime, got back into the flow of things at work. As you all know, I document my overtime because I keep track of my hours, because for some reason management can't get my paycheck stubs right. Y'all know. Okay, and then so on 3-6, I stopped and filled up my tank. I put $60 in there. And then the next night was family fun night, which was on the 7th. So on this night, it was just me and the littles. So I'm gonna put family fun. And I'm trying to find stickers with 2 little girls instead of the 1, but I haven't found anyone who's selling any stickers like that, unfortunately. So I'm gonna keep looking, I'm gonna keep my eye out. Hopefully my girl Planner Studio opens back up so I can check her site to see if she might have something like that in her shop, because I really like those little stickers. Also on this night was a no spend. I don't have the right green, but I guess that's gonna have to, you know what, I'm gonna use yellow. It has a little yellow at the top because that green is way off. Or even this brown could go too. I'm thinking I'm gonna use brown. Brown is a little bit closer to what I have in the color mix here. All right, so I'm gonna put it up here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lay my date dots because for the most part, I do have everything kind of down for the month so far. I mean, anything else that might come about, I don't think it's going to really cover much, so I'm not gonna too much worry about that. Also, I want to mark off on the 23rd is going to be my brother's funeral. So what I'm gonna do is put a little heart there because I don't, let me see, maybe I can move this here. I wasn't thinking before I laid the sticker down. I'm gonna put Amazon on the 22nd. I mean, I know it was paid anyway, so it really doesn't matter if it was on the 22nd or the 23rd. I'm gonna use the one here with the little open hands. Okay, and I think I'm going to mark that with flowers. Oh, can't get the flower up. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put down the date dots. I'll leave the date dot off the 23rd because I don't want it to cover up my little flower, and it's not really a big deal that I don't have a date dot there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the side here, and then I'm gonna move on to my debt. Okay, so the first one is Amazon. at $241.62. And this is what I have left. Apple has $1,197.18. Oh, that 8 is looking real janky. PNC is $1821.86. Walmart is $24.95.56. Target is $28.46.38. So Target $28.46.38. And my car loan is, drum roll, $1,260.99. I didn't put down, that's for Chase. Chase is like my revolving card, y'all. Or City. So I'm just add those two at the bottom. All right, so for Chase, it has $317.64, and City, which is the big one, has a total of $3,424.14. I didn't look at my credit report as of yet. That will be on the list. All right, I'm gonna move on over to my paycheck one. And I'll tell y'all right now, I have absolutely nothing left over, so all of this is going to be zero. Zero. Not even gonna hold you. All right, paycheck one. I'm getting better at the measurements with these kits. All the trial and errors I've been going through, I should be great at it. All right, I'm gonna start with income, which is myself, and the extra income that I've been so happy to have continued getting. It's been welcomed, I'm gonna tell you that. It's been real helpful. All right, so I'm gonna go down 2 lines. I think I'm missing something with that. Hold on, let me go back. I love looking back to make sure I have everything where it's supposed to be. I know it's gonna be looking different for January, so I'm not even gonna look at January. I believe it was supposed to be a wash year, but I guess not. Separating the two. I think I am gonna put an extra washi there though, to kind of separate, because I didn't like how this one kind of went into that one. It looks kind of off. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to separate. I'm always messing up something. Okay, so I'm gonna skip one and put this one here, the decorative washi, to close out this section. I like to use washes to close out my section so I know what I need to keep the same and not, differentiate what goes where. I don't have that many variable expenses. And add my washi in for that. Okay, so for my expected amount, I go by, of course, last month's amount or last week's amount. But since February was not only 3 times payment but also overtime, I'm gonna look into my January. So January paycheck 1, I got $12.76 as my actual amount. So that's what I'm going to use for this expected. Is that $12.76, right? And of course, my magic number of 500. Okay, so I'm gonna put down my fixed expenses. See, I'm on autopilot. This is supposed to be $3.15. 174, 55, 50. I'm gonna put 20. Chase, I have to pull from my envelopes. PNC, I have to pull from my envelopes. Apple and Amazon. So those I'm going to leave blank for right now. And for my variable expenses, it's gonna include petrol, aka gas, groceries, myself, lunch, and personal. I'm budgeting $80 for groceries, for myself $20, lunch $10, and personal $10. Okay, so that is $180 for the next 2 weeks. So my transaction log is taking up 2 pages. Oops. Come on now, stop slipping out of my hands. So I finally figured, well, me and the family finally figured out what we want to do this summer vacation. And we're thinking about going back to Wisconsin Dells. Like, the kids, they love it. They absolutely love it. So that's what we're going to be doing this year again. Last year we went to the Mall of America. So this year they said we want to do the Dells again, which I don't mind. I have fun. Been going there since I was a kid myself, so I understand. All right, and on this side, we're gonna put the same. Okay, I have to remember that I'm only going down 2 and not 3. And then I'm gonna put an ending washi at the bottom. Along with my total washi. So I'm just getting that together. Stay tuned because I will be, oops. Come on. The paper wants to come off with the washi. Okay. So I will be chronicling the savings for that trip. I know that it's kind of last minute. I said so to myself. I said, why am I starting saving for this trip last minute? But to me, it's a smaller trip. I'm focusing more on our Disney trip. I don't know whether I'm gonna do the cruise or not, but I am kind of focusing on that more. All right, so the next page is going to be savings. And this is to keep track of what's in my high yield savings account. And then for this particular page, you all know I use the stickies in the back, which always seem to match my color scheme. So it's a win-win situation. The oil on my hands is making it difficult. Okay. Two more.
Trying to land straight.
I'm gonna put my little piece on here. Retire, bear, home, bee, and bunny. All right, I'm gonna skip a couple of lines. I'm going to insert something new, which is, I think I made this one a little bit too thinner than the last one I made. This is to keep track of my long-term savings goals. I kind of want to keep track of every little thing this year because I want to make sure that I am on. Let me just fix this really quick. I want to make sure that I am on point with everything that I want to do as far as savings, everything. So I created buckets for myself. in my high yield savings account. I can have as many accounts for different things as I want. So I'm really tracking certain things. One is vacation. The next is my car savings, my emergency, home, my 100 envelope challenge. Some of these I have not started yet, but soon will. And my home challenge savings. Okay, for vacation. Is 15,000. The amount I have in there is 1,062.10. Car savings. My goal is 20,000. Haven't yet started on this, so I'm gonna put not available. And emergency is supposed to be 20,000. No, 15,000. Jeez. Home goal is 25,000. And this is just for down payment. It currently has 12,095.19. All right, next is the 100 envelope goal. I'm gonna eventually start this challenge up again because it helped me so much. And then my home challenge, which is the pink and white challenge book that I use. The goal for that one is 5,880. And the amount that it currently holds is 2,770. All right, and that's how we're looking for my long-term goals. I'm gonna hold off on putting in the final amounts for my savings because every day it adds interest. So I always wait until the end of the month to write down those amounts. So to be kind of more accurate, it doesn't make sense to keep adding. To add it now and then it's adding interest. So it'll be more than what it is gonna be at the end of the month. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead over to my sinking funds tracker. And this is the page that I need to calculate what's going out of my sinking funds, which is why I couldn't complete paycheck 1. And then total is gonna go down at the bottom. I'm gonna put down my closing washi first. I don't expect this page to go past these many lines, so I'm not worried. I don't normally take from my sinking funds I know a lot of people use their sinking funds for savings and things like that. I use my sinking funds whenever I need to. I save for what I have to save for, and if I must take from it, then I must take from it. Okay, last but not least is my monthly business expense. Let's see. I know I was missing something. I'm like, wait a minute. My cash envelopes. I was like, oh no, I'm missing something. I am missing something. Before I even saw the sheet, I'm like, nah, I'm missing something. Okay, so cash envelopes. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. So we're going into week number 1. And like I said, I have absolutely nothing, child, and I don't even know what to say. Alright, so it's going to go like this. Myself, gas, grocery, lunch, personal. And then I'm gonna put another strip just to separate the two. For this week, I gave myself 20 for myself, 60 for gas, groceries is 80, lunch 10, personal 10. Giving it 10, but I'm gonna give it 20 because I feel like I just need more lunch money. Okay, so I realized that I need to track my expenses for my yearly expenses, and I created 2 trackers. One is my yearly expense tracker, and one is my emergency funds tracker. They're both very important to me, and very necessary. So I don't know if I'm gonna put them on here or in the front. I think I'm gonna put it in the front since it's just 2. And I feel that I need to track yearly. So what I have on here is for my car insurance, car maintenance, my electricity, storage, rent, and for my P.O. box. I did fill in for the months that have passed. Now it's for rent. My lease is up in July, so of course the top has already been filled in, and then I'm going to fill the rest in with whatever amount that they're going to say I have to pay, because I know it's going to go up. And this is basically just keeping track to let me know if my bills have fluctuated at any point in time and how much. So I have my yearly tracker. I'm gonna put that one first. Let me do this like that. Let me turn it upside down because I don't know if these are bigger than the other ones I put in here. So let me make sure. So we're doing the third one. So yeah, these are a little bit wider. Okay, I'm gonna do the yearly expenses first. And of course, this is tracking just 2024. Okay, this is not, okay, this is my yearly. So it's just a big sticker. Okay, it's not going to be enough room for this page, so I'm going to just put it on the next page, probably here, which I don't mind it being here. I think I like it here because it's right across from my sinking funds. Ooh. And then for the same here, I started off with only $700 being in my emergency fund, and now by February I have 1,000. So let's see how much I'm going to be able to save in March. For my home, this is in my highest savings account. This is how much I have so far. And this is in my CD. I haven't added any more money to it. It's just purely interest at this point that I'm making off of what's in my home, my funds for my home, which is awesome. And then of course I want to track when I start saving for my new car as well, and then for passports. And then the last column here is for disaster. So if anything happens where it's an emergency, or in this case a disaster may happen, a flood, whatever, you never know what's going to happen, I have like extra funds put to the side as to not disturb any of my other savings. Okay. And then on this side, of course, I have my sinking funds. For the year, I am going to put how much I have put in here and the ending total at the end of 2024. So I don't have to do anything with that now, but that is how my emergency savings and my yearly expense tracker is looking. I wish I had put them side by side. Maybe I could have used this. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's okay. So when I start tracking for next year, I'm probably gonna have to make these a little smaller so I can fit them at least 2 on a page, or maybe make the washi a little bit thinner and not as wide. We shall see. Only time will tell. So that concludes this video, everyone. Thank you again for joining me. And if you like what you see, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next week. Bye.